Anyone But You, starring Glen Powell and Sydney Sweeney's breasts, directed by Will Gluck, apparently loosely based on Much Ado About Nothing. Who cares? Like, it's so stupid. Yeah, no, we like definitely adapted that. I'm a rom-com junkie. You guys know that. The genre's been a little rough. These days.
A little lackluster lately.
Yeah, I don't think this movie did anything to help that.
It's a pretty long flight. Do you want anything from the front of the boat?
I'm all good on creatine and small dick insecurity.
Nothing small about me. What the?
All the cliches in rom-coms is part of the fun, but it could also be a weakness. And I think the best rom-coms are the ones that take those cliches and sort of reinvent them, even if it's just a little bit. And this movie did not do that. In fact, there were a lot of times where this movie felt like a parody to me of a rom-com. Like, some of the dialogue in this was like, I was stunned, like jaw on the floor. Like, I can't believe what I'm watching right now.
The dialogue was bad, especially like the opening.
It introduced all the cliches. You got you got the meet cute right in the beginning, right? She's online trying to use the bathroom, and he's like, "Hello, honey. Like, I'm in line. Go use the bathroom." You got the unaffordable, like, in real life apartments, like the outlandishly unaffordable living spaces that these people live in. You got the token black friend, unfortunately, throughout the whole movie, who was so painfully unfunny. I couldn't believe it. Secretly walking in on a conversation you aren't supposed to hear, which, by the way,
doors wide open in the middle of the city.
Yeah, which, by the way, in this movie was like the dumbest shit possible.
Manhattan?
I don't know. No, I have no idea. No idea. But it doesn't even matter. So, like, she walks in on this conversation where he's just like, fuck that bitch. She was terrible. Like, for no reason whatsoever. Like, no human being really talks like that about another person.
I mean, I kind of get the, guys will sometimes downplay, like, if some dude oh, you like that girl, they'll she's all right,
Well, she walked on.
Like, guys will do that sometimes when they're talking to each other because they don't want them to be real about their feelings. But to denigrate somebody to that bad, like, hell no, not that bitch. Like, what are you saying?
It was extremely forced just for the sake of moving to that next piece, which is they hate each other. You thought it was bad.
Oh, I thought it was terrible. It was actually unbearable.
I didn't think it was terrible, bad.
No.
I didn't think it was spectacular, but
Marvin, respectfully, you have not watched enough movies to judge a good rom-com.
I don't know.
But
no, I'm just joking.
You're judging it as a rom-com.
I'm judging it as a movie.
Judging it as a film he's seen.
No, I am too. It's a bad movie. It's
because
bad.
I agree with you in that I don't know that this is necessarily a rom. It feels. I mean, it feels more like a comedy with a hint of romance. Weaved
just
into
like
it.
Forgetting
like
Sarah Marshall, or
how dare you?
Same, but I'm saying it's the same as how he just described it as how Forgetting Sarah Marshall is. It's not like a straight up rom-com from the definition that I know of it. What do we watch? The City of D. That was a rom-com.
The Lost City with what's her name, Sandra Bullock.
I
got some vibes from that one, like the whole pulling leeches off of him, or oh my god, I got a spider in my asshole. Look,
but that movie was funny.
Yeah,
and I think those two.
You don't think this was funny though?
I did not laugh a single time.
Oh, that's crazy. I laughed quite a few times. I don't. So
what did you think was funny in this?
There was.
This is going to be one of those times where I'm like in another universe. I think. What was funny?
I'm trying to. Just one off the top of my head is probably the airplane scene where she gets stuck and she's like basically like riding his face, trying to.
You probably thought it was a stupid cringe line, but I thought easy squeezy Martin Scorsese was fucking hilarious.
I didn't catch that.
Because they're like, we gotta fake this. He's all easy squeezy Martin Scorsese. I was like,
she has her hand down his pants and she's like, do you have a mole on your butt? And she pulls out just a giant spider. Like, that's dumb. That's not even funny. That's just dumb. Yeah. It's not funny. It's like child. Like, you can't tell that like what you're holding in your hand is not a mole on his ass. Like, what?
Okay. Well, now you're nitpicking like Dusty.
I'm not nitpicking. No. I'm making specific examples. The second thing that I mean, hang on.
Who does that?
Let me finish.
That's why it's kind of funny. Like,
the second
get my
thing,
hand down his tights.
The second thing that I noted is the token black friend who was like, when he walked in on him taking a shower or something, he's like, go off, get clean. Like, what? Just the writing was so bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. I laughed a few times, but just because I can't remember it doesn't mean that it's not funny.
No, that's fine. There are things that are funny in a vacuum or in certain like
exactly.
Context.
There are some jokes that
But I honestly didn't laugh once in this. I watched this like stone faced. To be perfect, I was just like, okay, well, I thought this was very, very poorly written in every way possible. Like the dialogue was just so bad that it sometimes like it really felt like I was watching a parody, especially the ending. Because that's another like noteworthy thing of a rom-com is they always have that like final conversation, right? Funny. It just was like it felt like just like they were making fun of the genre with some of the dialogue, and the weakness is that they weren't making fun of it. It was being serious. There was just like gratuitous nudity in this movie for like no reason that wasn't funny and served no purpose. And the best example of that was when he's in the kitchen talking to Margaret and she's like leaning over the counter.
Yeah.
And you just see her full like breast and nipple under her shirt for no reason whatsoever. Like it serves no purpose. He doesn't react to it. It's just It's just, hey, well, here's boob.
Yeah,
like for no reason.
She's trying to show him and he's not reacting to it because
is that what that was? All right.
That's what it felt like. Like she's like, let me seduce this man and lean over so and show him some boob. He obviously doesn't react because whatever, but
okay. Yeah. So there was that, like he's naked like several times for like no reason. He's even naked
the Australian
in like
shower scene.
Yeah, the Australian.
Oh God.
Actually, okay, that's the one scene I did giggle at. I remember now. Okay. When he first meets the Australian surfer guy and he's like, "So how do you guys know each other?" She's like, "We had to go back then, didn't we?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Good on you, mate." And like, that was it. That was the only time I giggled. That was it. Rest of the movie, nope. The dad was like a bumbling buffoon, but also like Bruce Wayne level rich because he flew everybody in the movie out to Sydney, and they were like in this comp, like just a very bizarre movie.
There was some cringe plot points to make the whole movie happen, though.
Yeah, but you guys
can't turn around. We're on a 30-foot boat in a sea channel. Like, no, that's not.
I know another hilarious moment to me when the two that were getting married were they were inside Bia and the main guy, I forgot his name. They were inside of the house. The two that were getting married were on the back porch, like doing the thing where they were like talking, trying to get them to be together or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they when they're hiding, they're like nose to the floor. I thought that was hilarious.
I don't even remember what you're talking about.
Maybe you just didn't pay attention to the movie.
There were points where I did drift off.
Scrolling TikTok while the movie's
No, there were definitely points where I was definitely drifting. It's a rom-com, but it wasn't. It was just, this was actually more like a Hallmark movie, like knockoff thing to me.
Maybe. It definitely felt like a rom-com to me. It wasn't that great. And it was mainly the writing, but also Sydney Sweeney is not a great actress.
That's another thing too. Like, man,
she was like kind of like a dead fish, just kind of going through the. She's good at doing like the sad girl thing. I don't really know, but she's not good anywhere else.
I don't.
She was funny. She was funny in the funny parts that you didn't think were funny.
She felt like she was reading a teleprompter.
Yeah,
like the flattest acting I've ever seen, and. He wasn't good, really. Like, he was just bad.
I thought he was all right.
I think the black dude was terrible. Like, they were just all bad. I made the joke in the beginning. It stars Sydney Sweeney's breasts. Like, there was not a scene where her boobs weren't out.
I said it.
And, like, they're very nice. I like them quite a bit. But, like, does that have to be the whole crux of her character or like the whole crux of her as a person in general in real life? Like, is that she has big boobs? Even to the point where I'm pretty sure I'd have to speak to one of my women friends about this. I think they like put makeup in her cleavage to sort of accentuate the shadow, to accentuate the cleavage. Like, holy fuck. Like, all right, we get it. She's got like big boobs. Like, enough.
They did it in post.
I don't know. This movie really just did nothing for me whatsoever. It's the, two perfect young couple. They're gorgeous, both of them. They meet. Yeah. They're instantly attracted to each other, separated by a misunderstanding with hijinks that happen. And then the misunderstanding is resolved. And then, movie ends. I
thought it was funny. I did want them to get together at the end of it all. I was somewhat invested in the movie, I guess. So, I don't know. Felt like a rom-com. Wasn't anything amazing. I definitely don't think it was bad.
Okay. Well, for me, plastic, unlikable characters, and just the poorest attempts at comedy. Not really any romance there because I didn't buy their attraction at all. I cared more about the chicks getting married than I did about these two.
We've been in a drought as far as good ones come and go. My initial reaction was not much of a rom-com, but still fun and witty because I thought some of the jokes were pretty good.
I don't even think they had chemistry. I don't think the chemistry at all
wasn't great.
Like,
that's probably why it fell short.
And that's the thing you look for. No. Okay, that's the thing you look for in a rom-com, you know.
Yeah.
And it's ironic that Dermot Mulroney, is that his name, is in this, because he's like a famous like rom-com guy. He played the dad.
He's the dad.
Oh,
the buffoon dad who didn't know how to dive into a pool. Like, you don't know how to dive, dude.
He's been in quite a few.
Just buffoonery, just cartoonish bullshit that this movie had. I actually can't believe you guys liked it in any capacity. I'm shocked. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess to each his own. I don't know. For me, there was no rom, there was no com, and I would rate it has a 6.4. I'm gonna give it a 1. Just
wow.
Nothing about it. Not a thing about it that I liked other than
count. You gotta start stacking up how many ones you've given out.
I mean, this was insulting. Like, really, I almost thought about not finishing it.
I'm definitely giving this like a 6.5, something like that for sure.
Okay.
And
it's not worth the 1 point bump, but for me, it's worth it's a 6.
I mean, honestly, and like the Natasha Bedingfield choice was amazing as well. So I love that little scene at the end where they're flipping to everyone singing it.
Yeah, all right.
I loved it. That was good.
Right. It was like an AI wrote this, and it's like, this is what's funny in this moment. Like, good Lord, my God. Like, what's funny about her pulling a spider out of his pants? Like, are we children? That's what I don't understand. Like, what's funny about that?
I don't know.
What's funny about, like, hey, we're touching each other's. Are they watching? No, fuck. We did all this for nothing. Like, what is funny about it? I don't get it. I think like an AI wrote this movie, for real. I actually wouldn't recommend this to my worst enemy. Just saying. Like, I would not waste your time sitting there.
I hate to see it.
I just can't believe people got paid for this movie.